right soul, and welcome to my review, thoughts and impressions of Raw that aired on the 13th of the 10th, 2014. There we go, a lot of information. Bit of a cold, I'm taking drugs and shit, Hulkamania, so I'm taking my vitamins, aka cough sweets and stuff to get me ready. Raw kicks off with Dean Ambrose, love his promos, he's so comfortable on the mic. Which you can't really say for the guy that the company wants to push, which is Roman Reigns, because his promo last week was terrible. But Dean Ambrose, so comfortable on the mic. Crowd are with him. Because of what happened at the end of SmackDown, where John Cena dropped him, he's not too happy. Cena comes out, tries talking, it does make sense, talking reason into him. It's like, there's no reason for us to fight now. This match is booked, which is a no-holds-bar contract on a pole match. Vince Russo must be loving that as something on a pole match. And as these two are fighting, the Authority are sort of starting to rile each other up. Triple H and Stephanie come out and stop it. Why? If you want them to fight and beat the beep out of each other, I'm also trying not to swear too much anymore. Why just not let them? They would have probably broken out into a brawl without you, like, going, I think he thinks you're stupid. I think he thinks you're stupider. Yeah, really bad from the Authority on this. But they actually when they said, let's put them together in a tag team match, I was like, oh my god, it's going to be against Kane and Orton. It wasn't. It's a triple threat against the Usos and Stardust. Much more interesting, and it's also literally happening right now, because when the promo ended, Stardust and the Usos made their way to the ring. So let's see what happens with this match, but at least it's a different match, and also people that they're very rarely going to work with. Well, Ambrose has worked with the other two, but it's been a while since he's been in his singles, so seeing him working with them again is good, and Cena rarely gets a chance to actually go against the Usos, or never has, I don't think, or Stardust and Goldust, so. Interesting match, bad promo from the Authority, good from Cena and Ambrose. That's what we're going to take away from the beginning. Wow! Our first match, really good. The Dean Ambrose, Cena versus Usos and Stardust. Nothing really on the line, just a match. So, the champions take the pinfall, which it makes sense. It's a bit bad if you've got faces beating faces. But Stardust, again, you're not helping your champions out here. They're losing. There's no real shame in losing to your two top baby faces. Your two title contenders that are teaming up. But they have lost a few weeks in a row now. That does start adding up. I don't think it's done too bad, but yeah, the match itself is really good. Raw does do this. They usually kick off with a really good match to start it off. Usually involves Dolph Ziggler, but yeah, fantastic match. And then we get the Authority back out, who basically tell you the contract on a pole match is going to be tonight. I don't know if they've just had a change of plans. They've figured out some more stuff to go onto the pay-per-view. I was actually kind of excited for that in like one night and just a bit of more tension. Sorry if my nose sounds horrible, it's really probably disgusting. I'm trying my best not to breathe through my nose and kind of do my mouth, but while I'm also sucking a sweet. Anyway, you don't need to know about my medical issues. What I'm trying to say is, this is quite interesting. I don't know if at the last minute they're going to swerve it and say, no actual match. It was just wanted a chance for you two to beat each other up. Ha ha ha. But yeah, if not, it should be an interesting Raw if this is going to happen. AJ and Layla versus Paige and Alicia Fox, the two besties. They show a little promo of AJ talking to someone, and I'm like, out of all the divas, I hate you the least, and it's Layla, which I find that hard to believe that she hates her the least. I suppose Emma's an idiot, but at least she's not, like, a bitch. And I'm surprised, like, especially with Layla's connection to Summer, it seems weird for her to partner up with someone else, but it's just to carry on. AJ starts the match and basically wrestles the whole match. And it's quite good. It's a good, solid women's match. Nothing outstanding, but good solid work. Paige is sort of dodging AJ just to mess with her, but AJ goes to tag out and Layla jumps off the apron, gets out of there, but AJ manages to come back, hit the Shining Wizard, and get the win. So Diva Champion looking strong, not got a loss this week, that's a good thing. And yeah, this weird storyline of Paige having a friend and AJ being friendless. I don't know if this is going to carry on until the pay-per-view. And then where they're going to go with it. Is it just going to be a singles, or are they going to make it a triple threat and then have Paige truly turn on Alicia and love AJ? Love her. Love her. And make love to her. Or not. Probably not on a pay-per-view. Just in my dreams. Regardless, it's a weird storyline with I don't have a clear resolution to what they're going to do with it. But at least it's a storyline, and the Divas are in it. That's more than what we can ask for. Oh, and AJ beats the shit out of Layla afterwards, which, sorry, a bit of a bad word, but that's always enjoyable. Well, Randy Orton has just added a dire consequence to this match, because the loser has to face him. Oh, who's done anything bad enough to deserve that? With Randy Orton's spotlight, as he put it. Oh, this is what we feared. This is what people feared. Because, on one hand, I think an Ambrose versus Orton match could be good. But we don't want that! We want Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins in Hell in the Cell. But also, nobody wants to see John Cena versus Randy Orton again. Just when I thought they'd set it up. They'd made it a contract on a pole match, so Cena wouldn't have to do the job, wouldn't have to lay down for Dean Ambrose, but could still lose and still look strong. But now they've put this stipulation in. That makes me more scared. I don't want John Cena. Well, actually, I do. I want John Cena versus Randy Orton. I will go through that pain just to get the Dean Ambrose Seth Rollins match. Please, WWE. Don't make Cena win. I was getting ready to get really angry when they announced that it was going to be Ziggler versus Randy Orton. I thought, like they did on SmackDown, they had Rusev just beat Ziggler, your Intercontinental Champion. Okay, not only is he one of my favourite wrestlers, really popular with the crowd, the more important thing was Intercontinental Champion losing so easily to Rusev. That was awful. And I was getting ready for another one in a row. Just another squash match, Orton going over him. But you can do this, WWE. People can lose, and it elevates both guys if they put on one hell of a match. And this was a really, really good match. Cesaro was on commentary, though he didn't do his best performance on commentary. He needs to show a bit more of his wit like he did on the 2K panel. But yeah, wasn't really a factor in this match. But yeah, Orton and Ziggler just went for it. And at one point, Orton looks like he was about to bail. Ziggler was winning on top. And then Seth appears on the ramp and that fires Randy up. And yeah, just really good back and forth exchange. And the finish, catching the Faymaster into a powerbomb, but throwing him in the air into an RKO. Beautiful. Well done. Really good match. Crowd are really hot tonight. Really good crowd. Well done, you lot. Though are we near Orton's hometown or something? Because he was getting a lot of cheers. And there were even some subtle boos for Ziggler at one point, which is very odd to see. But no, yeah. I can't be mad. This loss does not make Ziggler look weak. He put on a competitive match against the #1 heel in the company. Randy Orton, multiple-time champion. Not that far away from Cena. no shame in losing like this, and I think it even makes Ziggler look better. Even though he lost, I think this match makes Ziggler look better. Keep it up. Well done, WWE. Some good booking. After the match, Seth hits the curb stomp. Orton almost looked like he was going to stop it and get in the way, so they're really building this tension between the two of them. Like this segment. Well done, well done. Another really good match. Jack Swagger versus Seth Rollins. Again, I wasn't expecting much out of this, and yeah, I'd say these two matches have been pay-per-view quality. Really, really, really good. Yeah, Randy Orton did the same thing that Seth did. Came and watched during Seth's match. Seth wins with a nasty roll-up, like lands Swagger right on his head, gets the pin. And then Orton, after the match, runs in, turns Swagger around and hits the RKO. And then literally after he hits it, he slides right into Seth Rollins' face. Such a good visual. Really good. And then, yeah, these two are going to implode sooner than later. This is getting quite... For the first time I've been interested in Randy Orton in months and months. This is actually quite an interesting program. I think they could actually do it. I think they could turn Orton almost face against Seth Rollins and have a little match for the briefcase. I think that's a better option than turning, like, Seth heel. No, what do I mean? Seth is heel. Then turning Seth face. I think this works. I think we've got more heels at the moment than we do faces, so it would balance things out. But then that would be odd, considering Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan will be coming back during the Rumble. But it might just be a little program. They can do heel versus heel program quite easily. I'm actually interested in Randy Orton for a bit. Who knew? I didn't know that was going to happen this week. Well done. Well done, you. Who's been taking lessons? Who's a good boy, Randy Orton? Well done. Well done. Rusev versus The Big Show. We didn't get that last week because we got The Rock. Made me quite unexcited to see this, but actually this was a good match. Big Show started off really strong, and then Rusev managed to turn it around. Shows that Rusev can hang with massive guys and look legit. Ending was weird, because basically Rusev was babyface. Mark Henry came out, Mark Henry got up on the apron. I think Rusev's fully in his right to get Henry off the apron. And then, as Rusev's about to win in the accolade, Henry gets the DQ. So Rusev wins by DQ. But yeah. And then afterwards he gets double-teamed by The Big Show and Mark Henry and laid out. Frankly, there's no shame in getting beaten up by Mark Henry and The Big Show. I don't think there's a superstar that would actually be believable to be able to fight off those two. Apart from maybe Brock Lesnar, but apart from that, there's very few people that you'd even contemplate taking on both of them. So Rusev is quite babyface-ish. Like, he's getting attacked by the two biggest, heaviest guys in the company. Yeah, so all in all, not bad. Continues this feud. And then there's like this little bit of tension. Are they then going to go Mark Henry Big Show route? You've seen that before. How about they both just retire? Or get programs with other people. And hopefully put them over. We don't really need that much Big Show Mark Henry, do we? But no, Rusev's looking strong. And that's the main point of this feud. Can't believe I'm saying it. Another good match. Miz and Sheamus, I think they work well together, and just Sandow is killing it on the outside. Sandow, we want Sandow chants. Really good. And a really good finish, I liked it. Both Miz and Sandow dive under the ring because they've got similar ring gear. Sheamus pulls out Sandow first, gets him out the way, goes for the Miz. Sandow interrupts. Miz gets in the ring, Sandow gets bro-kicked. That gives us a 10 count, Miz is the winner. Clever way to win. Miz being a cheaty little bastard, it fits his character completely. Sandow's amazing. I like this feud. Again, well done, WWE, you're doing really well this week. I've sort of seen a little bit of the next segment. I don't think I'm going to be saying that again. Okay, the Total Divas. They've got this Nene Leaks. I don't know, don't care, some woman that's out there. Thankfully, she gets to go stay with Rosa Mendes, and they have no impact on the match at all, so they don't matter. It is a 3-on-3, Cameron, Nikki, and Summer versus Brie, Natalia, and Naomi. At least it's sort of the Total Divas that are more capable in the ring. Cameron's questionable, Summer Rae's new, but still, she's okay. The rest are good. This wasn't actually a bad match. For a six-man tag, a short six-man tag, not bad. Got to have a little bit of everyone. Naomi didn't actually get into the match, but she... Actually, yeah, Naomi didn't get much at all. She then got thrown out the ring. But, yeah, matches go, it wasn't too bad. The biggest issue is Brie pinned Nikki easily. This was the feud that got a main event of Raw. This was the feud that had Jerry Springer. This is the feud that's had most of the attention. And you just give away the win in a six-man celebrity-endorsed match. And then, like, the commentators are, like, playing this up like, oh, now Brie's made everything better. She's just done all the horrible things that Nikki's done to her. This has made up for it. What? You had two other... Would it have been bad if Cameron or Summer Rae lost? You should have had Nikki tag out the last minute. Summer gets in. Brie pins her clean. That works perfectly. Then you've still got the Nikki versus Brie thing building up, and you can have a pay-per-view match with those two. I actually would like to see that. I'd like to see a one-on-one between them. I think you can get personal because they're so close. I think they're willing to really go at it. But you just gave away the finish to this on just a Raw celebrity-endorsed match. That's just... You just have to do something really bad every week, don't you, WWE? I was praising you. You had really good matches this week. And this match wasn't a bad Divas match. It's just such stupid booking. Stop hiring storyline writers and Hollywood people. Get some goddamn bookers. Because they wouldn't give away a match that equals money on free TV in a pointless segment. Gah! And that was our main event. John Cena versus Dean Ambrose in a contract on a pole match. The whole authority is at the side. Not a bad match, it's just a very, very light tease. These two going at it, it's just quite basic. They have a little bit of a brawl on the outside. The problem with on a pole match is it's so easy to win. Like, you can suspend disbelief for a ladder, because ladders are unstable. You can fall off them, slip off them. Usually the matches go on a bit longer. But a pole which is attached to the ring post, where people quite quickly, at pretty much any point in a match, will climb on a top rope and get ready to jump off it, is not the most believable thing for them not to be able to just quickly climb up and grab that. And Dean Ambrose had a good amount of opportunities, and Cena had a couple to get the contract. So it's the flaw with the type of match. But they don't want Cena to look weak, so they can't lose to Ambrose. But yeah, not bad match. Cena finally makes his mistake of... Well, Ambrose just starts on the authority, just because he's mental, but I love him. And then Cena throws him into them, and that just gets them all involved. And yeah, that's basically it. That just leads to Ambrose being able to sneak up to the top And I love him, he's just standing there. Pulls it down. WWE, you made the right call. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins is really what we needed. But you just couldn't make it a main event, could you? You had to slip in Randy Orton and John Cena there. And I can see that match going on last. Should not be the case. At least it's Hell in the Cell, so it could be a bit more exciting for Cena Orton. And as I say, I'm after his little match with Jericho at the pay-per-view, this Ziggler one, I think Orton's sort of at this point where every now and then he like goes through peaks and troughs. And at the moment he's really peaking, he's actually putting that effort back in because his spotlight has dimmed. So I think he's actually put an effort to make himself more of a shiny star again. But, yeah, the whole poll on the match. But it's wrestling, but still logic. Logic. If you want Seth Rollins to have an advantage, and Randy Orton to have an advantage, why is this match not on the pay-per-view? What sense does it make for the Authority to do this match now, so they've still got 2 weeks to rest up for the Hell in the Cell matches against their boys? It doesn't. That's. I thought this was a really good Raw. Most storylines I like the progression of. Pretty much most matches on this show were good matches. There wasn't any like really, really awful, I'm gonna throw up matches on here. It was all good, solid stuff. The only thing I don't like is this whole on a pole match now just didn't make sense from an Authority point of view. Stopping Cena fight and Ambrose fighting at the beginning didn't make any sense. Why are you stopping them? What? I don't get it. That's my biggest issue. Overall, I thought a good Raw, but I just don't understand that bit of logic. Really annoys me. But let me know your thoughts, opinions, what was good, what was bad. And until next time, TT. Oh, like, subscribe as well. FN. Boom. Another one of these really good Wyatt promo thingies. Luke and Eric are off on their own, apparently. And just this really creepy one for Bray. Don't know what they're going to do with it, but quite excited for it.